Ahora. Que habían hablado Wendt y Archeron un poco, pero ahora tenemos que volver con Aventurino. A ver, sigamos.
You wait. I get it now. This is some sort of prank show, right? You must have some cameras set up around here.
A ver, si alguien viene y te pone a dar joyas, por normal, que como desconfíes.
You youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience. But you know what? A truly great show never comes easy.
A great show will start soon, old man. But before that, I need to ask you something. Do you know where I can find death in this dream?
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster looking for death, huh? Well, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't think you're the first one who's ever thought of that idea.
¿Está buscando la muerte? ¿Está buscando al bicho este? ¿Por qué?
Remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed it was some exclusive fancy schmancy stuff. Oh, but what a disappointment. The effects were awful. First, some monster covered in eyes stabs you in the gut. And then all you see are blurry glimpses of buildings and lights. The sky was spinning so fast it almost made me puke.
Is that all?
Yeah, what else can you expect? Don't put too much stock in the Penacony movie industry. They even call this junk groundbreaking art. Can you believe it?
What a joke. Well, I'll leave you be then. I hope you have a wonderful day. A monster covered in eyes. That sounds like the Memory Zone meme. But buildings and lights... I don't think those have anything to do with death. Oh, that whole dream bubble was probably created using rumors and gossip.
¿Qué estamos investigando la muerte de...?
I can feel something inside my head. Is the harmony starting to kick in?
Ah, por eso estamos viendo así las cosas un poco raras, vale.
Would you be willing to support my performance? And keep the Song of Beauty alive in the cosmos? Wow, how fabulous! But why would you give such a wonderful gift to a random stranger like me?
Well, you see, I can't bear to see anyone in this sweet dream suffering from poverty.
That's incredibly kind of you.
Le ha costado
Thank
soltarlo.
you so much, sir. If you ever get the chance, please, feel free to come by and indulge in my singing.
Sure thing. Oh, by the way, do you happen to know anything interesting about death?
Death? That's a pretty scary topic, and it doesn't really match the mood of this sweet dream.
Oh, you see, I'm a tabloid reporter collecting ghost stories in Penacony. As you know, the more chilling the stories, the more attention they get. Maybe you could help me out.
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest at the reality hotel who fell into a deep sleep and didn't wake up. It was like they were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it, but luckily the customer eventually regained consciousness. Well, all customers are under the protection of the family after all.
Thank you. This will make for a very juicy headline. May Shibe protect us. Unexplained coma. That's actually what happens to your body if your brain dies in a dream. But unfortunately, the customer ended up waking up in the end. The disturbing voice in my head. It's getting closer.
A sip of liquor, a blissful reprieve. To drown 1,000 sorrows, let worries leave. I know I have what it takes to become a poet. Oh? Oh. You're giving these gems to me? Didn't expect to meet such a generous soul in this place.
Borracho como
Are
una
you
cuba.
just pitying me? Well, it really doesn't matter. As long as I have Soul Glad, that's enough.
Buenas,
This
Nexar.
is just a dream after all.
No, todavía no. Todavía no me corto el pelo. Me lo cortaré en breve, la
You
verdad.
shouldn't drink so much
Ya
Soul
esta
Glad,
parte de
my
aquí ya
friend.
está un poco alta.
It's not good for your health.
Oh? Maybe I really should quit. But not before meeting the devil of Soul Glad.
Demonio de ceniza.
The devil of Soul Glad? Care to elaborate?
Yeah.
No, todavía no hemos tirado. Estoy con la historia principal. Ahora cuando terminemos la historia principal, pues la veré y sí tiraré por ella. Porque sí que me spoileé un poquito por ejemplo, su habilidad de campo, su habilidad de técnica, su técnica es muy buena para farmear. Para farmear es buenísima la técnica.
Yeah. Very funny indeed.
Me jodería un poco que saliera Sam ahora, luego. Aunque bueno, el Dream Marketing no lo he visto. No he visto si han hecho Dream Marketing.
Does everyone have to go through so much torment before joining the family? Darn it. Now I just want to dig out my brain and use it as evidence.
Take care, my friend. If you ever find yourself in
Sí, sale Sam
danger,
después.
remember that the hounds are
Ya digo, no he visto el
always
Dream.
ready to
No sé si han hecho Dream Marketing. O el pedazo portero, ¿no?
You don't look good, my friend. If you need assistance, I can contact the hotel and have them wake you up forcefully.
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to. But thank you all the same.
All right, then. If you ever need help, don't hesitate to reach out to us hounds.
Well, actually, I do need a favor. As the most outstanding hound in Penacony, have you come across any stowaways recently?
A lo mejor lo sacan mañana el Dream Marketing, ¿no?
How could
A
there
ver.
be stowaways in Penacony? We've never had anything like that before.
All right. Good luck with your work then. What was I even
Es que no me acuerdo cuando. Sé que lo publicaron un poco raro el Dream Marketing anterior. El Dream Marketing de Arquerón y de Aventurino. Creo que lo publicaron un poquito raro. Que no sé si lo publicaron un día después, a lo mejor. De que saliera el parche, creo que sí. Creo que lo publicaron un día después del Dream Marketing.
This is the one. You want to talk to me? Sure, but nothing too sensitive, okay?
Pero no de temas delicados.
Huh. Wealthy people have fancy ways to enjoy this dream. But to be honest,
No,
I've never
no han
seen
hecho Dream
anyone who gives
Marketing
up
de
money
ningún
to
tipo.
others like you.
De momento, al menos no.
So, are you trying to be the prince
Bueno, a ver, si toca
Sam
Sam luego, pues bueno, qué remedio. Me tocará farmearme jades como un puto enfermo. Las cosas como son. Tengo material para farmearme, así que no me preocupo.
I'm no prince, and I just thought these gems would help you speak. So, as an investigative reporter,
No, mira, acabo de mirar Twitter y no he
something
visto nada.
about death?
Another curious
Sí que
thought.
sé que se está
I see.
spoileando que se ha liqueado el
That
set
was
de
actually
Robin.
the
Eso sí que
topic
lo
I
sé.
was most into when I
Eso sí
entered
que lo sé, que se ha
industry.
liqueado el set de Robin.
But my boss shut it down.
How did your boss talk you out of it?
Well, she simply said, covering baseless urban legends like that would make us look like some third-rate tabloid. I thought about it, and she had a point. Reporting on stuff like blowing out birthday candles and getting spooked by nightmare ghosts isn't exactly professional material.
Guess she's got a point. Thank you for sharing.
Que tócate los huevos, por cierto. O sea, spoilean a Robin y entonces sabemos que está viva. Vamos, no creo que metan un personaje muerto, ¿no? Vamos, me extrañaría.
Were you wanting to talk to me? Sorry, I thought you were checking out something behind me. Is this a gift? For me? Are you sure this isn't some kind of mistake?
Yes, it's for you. Just take it.
Is this for real? Someone is actually giving me a gift. Not for my parents, but for me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, it's not much. I just want to ask you something.
I knew it. What's on your mind? Are you trying to ask about my father or my mother?
Neither.
Vaya situación.
I just wanted to know if you've ever heard about death in the dreamscape.
Oh, you sound just like my father. Always warning me about danger, even in dreams. He's an Intellitron, so his dream entry methods are different from us organics. Can't count on him to protect me if something does go haywire. Funny, right now I'm still under his protection. How ironic.
Hey, stay positive. Gold will always shine one day, right? The Devil of Soulglad, Dangers in the Dream, and Nightmare Ghosts. Well, surely death is a popular
Olvida las
topic in
últimas
this
gemas.
sweet dream granted by the
Ay, coño, el
family.
tocadiscos.
Well, I've collected a bunch of rumors, but no useful clues.
Nos interrumpen.
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers. Look at you, snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere. Is the smell of death
Sparkle.
so enticing, my fine fellow?
Oh, it's you, masked fool.
Sparkle,
I
que
should
todavía
have
no la
guessed
entiendo
it.
del todo a la personaje.
You're the imposter who appeared on TV after Robin's death, right?
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
No, I mean... What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act. Fool's bait. The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around. So, now that I've drawn you out, will you reward me with an answer for my efforts?
Why should I help you?
Don't you want to see
Porque tampoco me
descend
profundizo tanto en el lore.
into
O sea, lo del loreplay básicamente es
chaos?
por el hecho de que estamos en
Well,
historia. Es lore.
I
Ah.
can make that happen.
Yo no, o sea, no
I
profundizo
just need an
tanto. O
answer
sea,
to
me
one
puedo leer
question.
esto y puedo entenderlo,
Back
me
then,
puede gustar menos, más,
when you
pero
asked me to find a mute,
no suelo ir a tan profundo.
did you really mean Robin?
And what if I say no?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so pleasing.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what difference would it make? Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though he's still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find him again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. Right now, there are only 2 things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy
Hombre,
way
pues
of
bueno,
saying
sí, se
I
podría hacer un
haven't learned
resumen.
anything so far.
Pero es que la
Not
gracia muchas veces es que,
exactly.
por desgracia, si haces
I've
skip,
gathered
muchas veces
enough
muchos
clues
detalles
to
te los
prove its
pierdes.
existence.
Y de hecho, yo muchas veces me
That's
pierdo
enough for
detalles
me.
al hecho de estar hablando
As for
ahora
the
mismo.
answers to my
Por ejemplo,
questions,
eso también es
I'll
cierto.
find them within
O sea, yo muchas veces cuando me
17,
pongo a
no,
hablaros o a contestaros o leeros,
16
etcétera, me pierdo algún detalle.
systems.
Y me ha pasado más de una vez, o sea, donde
Oh,
literalmente he
really?
dicho, espérate, ¿esto dónde lo han
Only
dicho?
16 system
Y le acaban
hours?
de decir en las 2 frases
Well,
anteriores, o sea.
let me lend you a hand. Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured distraction button, and I have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke. If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels, right?
¿Del lado de quién
Just
estás,
press the
Sparkle?
button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care too.
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all. Otherwise, how on earth did you manage to bring it in here?
I have my own ways. That's all you need to know.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to decline your offer. Who knows if your little gadget will actually work. By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of, but it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony. I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of the family. And at the climax, the walls will crumble, people will wake up,
Ellos que no podían
and
hablar,
those who couldn't speak will find their voices again.
no podían hablar, volverán a encontrar.
That time comes. Go ahead. Press the button.
Ey, ¿dónde está la
Light up the
previsualización, por
sky
cierto?
with a
Mira, aquí.
magnificent fireworks display for me. Catch you later, fool.
Ahora.
You're still talking big, but sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word. Just don't let me down now, okay?
Vale, cambiamos. No. Nos lo vuelven a contar un poquito su pasado.
So, number 35. You're back. Like your new lucky charm.
Aquí ya es un adulto. Y le encerraron.
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky charm?
Silence! I didn't give you permission to speak, you Sidonian hound. The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that massacre back in the day. But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought
Uy,
you.
casi me quedo dormido.
From now on,
Acabo de dar una cabezada, no sé muy bien por qué.
are my assets. Are we clear? Your first task is simple. In addition to you, I've purchased 34 other slaves. Go and play a game with them. You came out alive after 2 days, It proves that you are the real deal.
You're insane.
Testing out if you're a good product.
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
I've got stacks on stacks, Blondie. The slave market is never short of self-righteous brats like you. But you look good, and that's why many customers are betting their fortunes on a scrawny brat like you. So go along now and don't let your master down.
How much did you spend?
What?
My price. How much did you pay for me?
Huh. You really want to know?
Monedas de color rojo.
It was 60 tanba. No more, no less.
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30 tanba. Deal?
Are you trying to strike a bet with me? Oh, you've got some guts. Yeah, sorry, but that won't do. Don't forget your place, slave. You're not qualified to be at the table. You're just a chip. A life thrown away in someone else's hands. Either you come back with more chips for your master, or you never come back. It's all or nothing. Don't embarrass me, my lucky hound.
Y volvemos al trazacaminos.
What brings you here, Gallagher?
Some friends from the old days. Do you have a moment to spare, Siobhan?
Oh, I have the whole
H
day to
muda,
spare.
literal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dream Jolt Hostelry. This bar offers a wide variety of drinks, but we draw the line at Soul Glad. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience extraordinary? We're dedicated to serving up nothing but pure joy and laughter. What would you like to drink? I'll whip it up for you.
Oh, look! A lady as cool as Serval.
Bueno. Creo que es Serval.
Who's Serval? Will you introduce me to her? Huh?
Oops. She's heard us.
Just spare them, my esteemed bartender. I'll take over the bar today.
Estimado camarero.
I'm getting up there in age, and I need some practice before I forget the skills that used to put food on my table. Where did you stash the ingredients?
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar, shouldn't you whip up some special drinks?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Hey, my friends, do me a favor. Go around the bar and bring me any ingredients you fancy. The discussion might take quite some time, so I'll prepare some customized, non-alcoholic drinks for you.
In the bar? But aren't all the ingredients right there on the counter?
Why, we're in a dream, my lovely lady. You can help yourself to anything if you wish for it. Comfort, hunger, confusion, or even boredom. It's all within reach, right at your fingertips.
Oh, did you hear that? She just called me my lovely lady.
Even in reality, mixing drinks is more than just throwing ingredients together. A bartender needs to capture the bar's atmosphere, master technique, and spin a tale of mystery and anticipation.
Only then can a perfect drink crafted with a customer's life story be created.
In other words, what you get from your drink is down to luck, so don't overthink it. Indecisiveness has no place when it comes to enjoyment.
Ya digo, la misión principal en esta versión está un poco llena de demasiado sutileza, o sea... ¿Qué busco, troncos? Exactamente.
We can use it.
Vale, aquí.
Check out this bottle. The liquid inside looks beautiful. And the label reads Dream Syrup. Thick. I don't see an
No sé, creo que se han ido,
expiration date,
creo que se han ido un poquito
but
por
the
las ramas en esta
production
historia
date
principal.
is
Un poquito, ¿eh? O sea, sí que
half
empezó
an
bien, pero...
amber era ago. Ugh, drinking this stuff can't lead to anything good. That's for sure. Ugh, the syrup is turned clumpy. I definitely don't want to drink this, even if it's not expired.
Did you find the bottle
Lo malo
of
es que-
syrup I've been hoarding? Don't worry, it's all just a dream, and it won't upset your stomach. It's been aging for years and should have a refined taste by now. Feel free to have some. It's perfect for entertaining lovely guests like you.
Ugh.
Eso no suena muy confiable,
We'll
pero
keep
bueno,
it
lo que le ha dicho.
for now.
O sea, no sé, me da la impresión de que podrían haber simplificado bastante más la historia. O sea, no haberla hecho tan... Ya digo, a ver, el término no es detallada, sino enrevesada, por así decirlo, diría.
I thought they didn't sell Soul Glad at the bar. Let's give it a shake. Nice.
Que empieza bien, que empieza con buen ritmo, etcétera y tal, pero bueno.
That's possible. You see Soul Glad everywhere these days. So it wouldn't be a surprise if someone brought a bottle here. Why don't they sell Soul Glad in this bar? Did something happen?
It's all about the
Pero están
bartender's
diciendo,
pride.
para poner algo
It wouldn't make
normal,
sense
no lo
for
ponen.
customers to come here and order drinks they can find anywhere else. That's the mindset I use when I brew my coffee.
You're right, Himeko.
Vale. Con el suelo.
Hey, look at all these chips scattered everywhere.
A few days ago, an actor from the Iris family came. Caused a ruckus with Siobhan. Those chips must have gotten scattered during all the chaos. Nah, it turned out to be a landslide victory.
That being said, opening a bar in this place, filled with monsters, is quite a feat. Siobhan must have a lot of tricks up her sleeve, right?
You'll have to ask her yourself to find out. But I have a feeling she won't budge unless you impress her with an incredible drink.
That's quite a stash. Not sure if it's enough.
Stay out of my
Una
way.
pieza de ajedrez.
I'm looking for Siobhan.
Uh-huh? What's all the commotion about?
Haven't I made myself clear enough, Miss Amiki? The Dream Jolt hostelry only welcomes guests who want to enjoy a drink to their heart's content. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in your proposal.
But you have the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris stage, not for this rundown shack. Come with me. We'll become the talk of Penacony, as shining light into every corner of the dreamscape. Please, Siobhan, I really need you.
As you see, I'm entertaining my guests. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine. If you don't
¿Poco
come
mal
along,
colocada la cámara o
I'll
la
just sit
posición de
here
los personajes o cosas
and
mías?
not go anywhere
raro.
else. Give me a sparkling drink. Sweet. With extra ice.
Just one moment.
What's her deal? We can't discuss the case with other people hanging around the bar.
Nope.
Hey, can you do that clockwork trick of yours again?
Anda, coño.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
A ver.
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do for you? If you're here to convince me to leave, please, I just don't get why she won't leave this place. This rundown shack with no customers whatsoever.
Surgir con distintos ingredientes. Calma. Ah, vale, calma. Está calmada actualmente.
I've seen it. The moment when the crowd is going wild, applause crashing like waves,
La
the
cagao.
aroma of irises fills the air. I've seen that scene countless times in my dreams, and every time it
Creo que sí.
mesmerizes me.
Creo que sí la cago.
Want to raise a glass? My attentive listener.
She's still not leaving. Maybe I'll have to try again.
Vale, pues diría yo que tiene que ser enfadado o triste. A ver, emoción de triste.
It's ridiculous, right? Our paths were never meant to cross, yet I'm still holding on to her. I'm too timid and shy.
Hombre, claro, no se ha jodido que te enteras, coño, que yo no pasé el texto.
Stepping into the spotlight. I need her guidance.
Llevamos media hora, nos quedará a lo mejor
Because
una hora y
I'll
poco,
never
una hora y media tal vez.
be able to do anything alone. You don't know
O sea, según he visto,
Siobhan's past.
eran 4
And
horas.
you have no clue how radiant she used to be. Even among the talented Iris family, her skill was unmatched. I know she probably thinks I'm just trying to ride her fame to get ahead.
No lo voy a negar, ¿eh? O sea, no lo voy a negar. En esta misión como tal en particular, he de decir que sobra texto, pero por un puto tubo. O sea, sobra texto por un puto tubo. Y eso que no he terminado la puta misión.
She's still not leaving.
Joder, pues
Maybe
nada,
I'll-
enfadada
I
tú.
just
Ok.
don't get. Those darn Iris jerks! They're the ones who forced Siobhan into hiding here, running this pesky bar. It's all their dirty scheming.
O sea, en esta misión sobra texto, pero por un puto tubo. O sea, esta misión tendría que ser como mínimo la mitad.
She's not leaving.
Como mínimo. Como mínimo la mitad, pero porque hay texto, por ejemplo, todo lo de Aventurino, todas esas esas 3, 4 cinemáticas que hemos tenido de Aventurino del pasado suyo, como tal, no tendrían que estar aquí, tendrían que estar en su historia, en su misión propia. Coño, o sea, tendrían que estar en su misión propia, no aquí. O sea, lo he dicho antes en el anterior.
Will definitely appreciate it.
O sea, son cosas que es que, joder, dices,
Well,
¿para qué coño me las están metiendo?
talking to you has got me feeling a bit down. My thoughts are swirling, making my mind clear.
Entre comillas, sí hay misión de acompañante, que yo sepa. Creo.
Maybe I should find a
Sé que está la
place
misión de acompañante de
to
Arquette,
reflect on what Siobhan
de Acheron, pero no sé si la de Aventurino la han puesto. No me he fijado en la
Here's the
segunda.
payment for the drinks.
O no sé si será la de este tío del bar.
Please, Pass it on to her. I'm leaving now.
Amaki has left? That's good for her. Radiant dreams may be enticing, but they're nothing more than dreams. Her drink is on the house. Please keep the money. When you're ready, go to Gallagher. I can tell he's itching to show off his skills.
Ya digo, supuestamente aquí tendría que estar. No, demostración. Aquí te suelen poner el tema de las misiones. No hay misiones de acompañante de estos dos. O a lo mejor es por eso por lo que se están enrollando tanto. Porque han juntado las misiones de acompañante con la misión principal. No puede ser.
Just pick your favorite ingredients. Toss them. So go ahead. Explore the bar and bring me any ingredients you prefer. Nice work. Let me take a look. You found some interesting ingredients there. Now take your pick. Each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial taste and the lingering aftertaste.
Vale, como base. Ahora, ¿dulces sueños?
You won't find a sweeter drink anywhere in Penacony. And that's what today's dream seekers crave. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct. The
Hostia, me falta esto. Bueno, que es una receta como tal.
The taste is not very intense, yet evocative. After those despicables sent Mikhail away, I found myself lost in the wilderness of my dreams. They say that even the dirt here oozes.
Hombre, a ver, claro que no las necesitas como tales, en plan de... Es el hecho de...
All I tasted was stoic bitterness.
Te las están contando ya.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style do you prefer? Anything you need? A symbol of bravery and dauntlessness. May you break free from your shackles just like he did. Well, it's done. Cheers to you, dreamer, with this glass of premature burial. To bringing time to a standstill.
Well done, Gallagher. You're not over the hill yet.
So are you...
Oh, the flavors! They're way more sophisticated than Soulglad.
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I can taste the spicy and sour notes with a hint of sweetness. I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe Mr. Gallagher can shed some light on it.
Well, if you're expecting a profound answer, I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like. Nothing more.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that, Mikhail?
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. When you got knocked out by that masked fool girl, I think I heard someone calling that name. Do you remember?
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit. And now there's no reason to hide anything from you anymore.
¿Veis? Y aquí tenemos otra expansión de que a lo mejor es innecesaria. O sea, es en plan de...
All right. Let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway. She managed to fool me at first. My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, the hounds wasted no time searching for that girl in both the dreamscape and reality.
But here's the thing. We only received bad news, and the trickiest kind at that. She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
Huh?
Claro, ahí está.
Does that mean...
Butterfly no tuvo una muerte real, como nos lo han dicho antes, que si muere aquí, el cuerpo se queda en el mundo real. No, a ver, claro que tengo que llegar al final, pero joder.
That's impossible. The problem now is not that she's dead, but that it's as if she had never existed in the first place. Let me be frank. This case, actually, is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Dealt with before? So, death does happen in Penacony, if I understand.
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. Even the shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Surely I don't need to explain too much to you. Confronting the family based on that alone would be
Firefly,
naive.
perdón.
Death may occur in sweet dreams.
No sé, se me hace muy raro
Such
Firefly.
events are highly unlikely and only affect
Luciérnaga, es que se me hace muy raro oírlo.
If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with the family.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right? Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
That's the exact wording.
Hey, why are you laughing? Wait, did you write it? It's quite poetic.
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case. So how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the
En cierta parte estoy deseando terminar
isn't as close
la
as it
historia porque,
seems.
joder, se me está
That's
haciendo
just
larga.
your speculation.
Se me está haciendo larga, bastante larga.
Actually, it's
Aunque ha
hard to
tenido momentos muy
believe
buenos,
that the father of
hay que
Penacony
decir que se
and
está
its
alargando mucho,
actual
demasiado tal
managers
vez.
are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time.
O sea, es muy larga, o sea, coño, que ya digo, he visto ya gente que se la ha pasado y es en plan de 4 horas que te quedas en plan de... Entonces, ¿qué 4
Let me
horas?
ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world, inviting you here and causing chaos?
So, you want to seize this opportunity to expose the Watchmaker?
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the land of the dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony, and he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape. You don't get it? Well, I mean...
Mikael es el relojero.
The betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker.
Y nos vamos con Aventurino. Un tiempo después.
Here we are, Clock Studios theme.
Vale, esta es la nueva zona.
Most popular entertainment center in Penacony.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the Watchmaker? I would have expected you to take us to maybe a library or an archive room of sorts. But an amusement park?
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past. You know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macro void. the prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped, and people started meeting each other in their dreams, living lives that were almost identical to reality. But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC shackles and fought for freedom. He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of the underdogs.
Coño, ahora. Ah, vale, que me ha dado otra opción.
History is always written by the winners. However, it's
Ay, decía yo, coño,
undeniable
si le da
that
uno.
Clocky is an
No, es que
animation
me
draws from
salta otra opción
Pennacon's
distinta.
actual history. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
Vale.
There are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself. Who knows what it's for?
Does that hurt?
A ver, relaja. Que me he equivocado de botón, vale. Relaja, que me he equivocado de botón.
So many of them. I've never seen anything like this, even when they're tracking down suspects. We don't need to go in. We don't want to draw any unwanted attention inside. We can just talk here. Let's find a quiet spot and continue our conversation. View here is great, right? We can see everything from here, including Clocky.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality, then Clocky's counterpart is definitely the Watchmaker. In the animation, he's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Astana?
It was a monumental war for freedom. Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious. Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchmaker.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker was around for several centuries?
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him. So maybe he
How
old are you now, Mr. Officer?
I'm 13.
No way. Not even close.
Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. With limited resources, threats from the outside world, and internal conflicts between major prison districts, the future of Astana was uncertain. It wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that Penacony finally gained its name and glory.
Thus, he became known as the Father of Penacony.
But didn't you say the Watchmaker betrayed the family? And you said you were his companion, so that means you...
No, I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children. But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to Mikhail.
What did you do?
I did nothing. And that's the worst betrayal of all. Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But the Oak family, they set us up. Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. We were branded traitors of the Harmony, even though the true traitors were someone else. While they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame.
Ya digo, están revesando muchísimo la historia para la esencia de lo que están contando. O sea, quiero decir, todo lo que está diciendo hasta ahora, por ejemplo, que acabo de leer y todo esto, es que todo esto se podría haber resumido en una frase como tal. Entiendo que quieren añadir contexto, entiendo que quieren añadir simbología, emoción un poco, puedo entenderlo y lo puedes hacer, pero no tan extenso. O sea, es que literalmente suena locura lo extendido que está esta misión. O sea, y de hecho, lo debo admitir, o sea, en parte no me está gustando por esto. O sea, me está gustando el lore como tal que estoy leyendo. Pero se hace muy pesado, o sea, se hace muy pesado a veces.
That's when I realized that the Penacony I once knew would never return.
Mira que a mí me encanta el loreplay, me encanta leer la historia, me encanta, porque coño, es como si estuviera viendo un anime, básicamente, ya lo he dicho con las misiones de Genshin, o sea, es que yo lo considero como que estoy viendo un anime, pero es en plan de, o sea, literalmente el monólogo que se acaba de cargar y lo que le tiene que quedar para contar que básicamente el relojero fue la traición de la familia y, digámoslo así, inauguró Copelia y fue el que, digámoslo así, fundó como tal el mundo onírico que se conoce hasta ahora. Es en plan de... Ya está, cuenta eso, punto.
Well, that's one way to look at it. However, only one member has truly inherited the Watchmaker's title. Unfortunately, after all these years,
ay, madre.
I have no idea who that person
Espérate un poco cuando termine y le damos. Cagaste por emocionarte.
So, do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. And at the end of all these mysteries,
el bueno de los
answers we are seeking. If it really is Mikhail's ghost.
Bueno, E2 tampoco está tan mal, yo creo.
If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. But those willing to look me in the eye and hear me out. Let's just
E2 aumentaba el crítico o algo así, ¿no? Era. Bueno, Sam sí, lo tienes asegurado.
Thank you for listening to this old dog.
Ah, pero espérate, has tirado por Arlecon y has tirado por por Rocha también, has tirado por los dos.
Now if you'll excuse me, good luck to all of you. How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways rejected by Penacony today and the dream seekers once hailed as pioneers several amber eras ago?
Solo por Rocha. Pero si es que el equipo de Arlecon es nuevo, ¿no? Es como que son los nuevos del mundo 9, creo. Bueno, realmente no me he fijado tampoco en qué se lleva con Arlecon. ¿Veis? Es que luego, es que lo que más gracia me hace es que aquí luego te hacen un resumen. Es en plan de, ahora mismo me van a estar haciendo un resumen, que es en plan de...
Gallagher suggests that the real traitor is someone else, probably within the Oak family.
O sea, es que de repente te hacen un resumen que es en plan de, ok, o sea, todo el testaco que me he comido, para, porque resulta que te lo están resumiendo aquí. No, yo no voy a dar skip, yo no doy skip a la historia. O sea, y sobre todo si son historias, por ejemplo, si son historias que no están hablando los personajes y todo esto, sí me planteo muchas veces el darle skip. O sea, me planteo, si es una chorrada y todo esto, sí que le doy skip, sin ninguna duda. Pero me planteo si darle skip o no. Si es algo que no está doblado, pero si es algo que está doblado, yo le skipeo. Yo no esquipeo porque, coño, es en plan de joder.
Now that we've
Estás
confirmed a lot of our
literalmente
suspicions,
mandando
let's
al
take a
carajo
moment to
la
think about the
interpretación
clues we have.
del actor que acaba de
Send
hacer
a
la voz
message to Welt and
del
see
personaje.
how
Eso
things
es
are
en plan de...
going on his end.
Ala, a tomar por culo el Welt. Y nos vamos a... Ahí está.
Are your companions worried about you?
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress. Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Dewlight Pavilion.
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded mansion.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us.
Vale, I get on. Es que está el diseño, la verdad que decir que está guapísimo. Venga, Aleo. Ah, vamos a ver a la familia ahora, otra vez. Vamos a ver a Sunday.
Something feels off. A grand mansion like this and not a butler or servant in sight. Could it be due to the disruption caused by the emergency? Well, this door is open. Looks like we'll have to investigate ourselves. Let's...
Just one moment. Light. I've made myself less noticeable. The crew can explain their presence as authorized by the family, but I can't come up with any excuses for being here.
I see. What an interesting technique.
Aquí está la técnica. Durante la exploración, la técnica de Acheron derrotará instantáneamente a los enemigos normales al golpearlos, sin necesidad de entrar en combate. Si no se acierta a un enemigo, no se consume el punto de técnica. Eso está bastante bien, por ejemplo. Ah, mira, te ponen esto aquí.
Stream forth.
Es que no me jodas, para farmear es Jesús, tú. Es que para farmear es que es Jesucristo. Ya es que... Ya en el hecho de que no sea un personaje en plan de buildeo, por ejemplo, lo que tú has dicho, no tengo para buildearlo, me da igual. Lo tengo en el último escalón de esto, si es que no voy a combatir, lo único que voy a hacer va a ser sacarla y farmearme esto. ¿Para farmearte materiales de enemigos normales? O sea, no me jodas tú. No, sí, que le vamos a tirar, O sea, después de la historia principal le vamos a tirar, pero vamos, como la copa de un pino. O sea, que está chulísima la técnica. O sea, la técnica es de lo mejorcito que tiene el personaje. Bueno, del personaje y del juego, como tal. De todo el juego. De todos los personajes. O sea, me parece una de las técnicas tops, pero literal.
Set up quite a few mimetic guards to patrol this place.
Vamos a ver cómo es ahora. Combate. ¿Dónde está Juanjua?
Stand still. Time to say bye.
Yo mejor lo dejo en automático y luego ya leo lo que hace Acheron, ¿vale?
Still waters of oblivion.
Relax.
Step out of it.
Hola, Capi. No, sí, te ponen al personaje como tal de la historia. O sea...
Look,
Lo único es que, claro, es que como tenía Juan, pero le había cambiado el equipo. Ah.
Looks like instructions from the butler for the other servants.
Pero claro, creo que me hice
Seems like the mansion's entire
una raid
workforce
o
were
algo.
assigned other It must have been a big project
Ah,
to
absurdo,
acquire
pero porque
that
es un
much
personaje que ahora mismo está chetado.
But no matter what their main priorities are, there should always be someone left at the mansion, right?
So you're saying someone deliberately cleared the place out?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Vale, por adelante. A ver, por si acaso, ¿vale? No vaya a ser, pero vamos, dado lo que acabo de ver de que hace esta señora, como que da un poco lo mismo. Yo me acabo de terminar la historia y tengo muchas preguntas. Yo estoy en ello y ya tengo preguntas. Yo ni la he terminado y ya tengo demasiadas preguntas. O sea,
Entertain us. Let's make ourselves at home. Stay close to me so that my white can cover you too.
de primeras, y Frito para mí no está muerto. O sea, es en plan de... No le han enseñado muerto, no está muerto. Lista de víctimas asociadas con la muerte. Mira, Seanzu. Y está aquí, a lo mejor hay alguna pista o algún guiño a algo, a una peli, una serie o algo seguro. Vamos, lo tengo claro.
The information about Robin, Firefly, and the other victims. I don't see any commonalities among them.
Looks like the rumors were right.
Ya la estoy deseando sacar, la verdad. Por desgracia, la técnica me spoileé en Twitter. Yo me spoileé en Twitter de la técnica. Me cago en todo. Me hubiera gustado mucho reaccionar a ella. Pero bueno, me spoileé y ya cuando vi la técnica dije... A tomar por culo. O sea, esto es... Y me... Esto es Mospul. Literal. Solamente por la técnica.
It must hold some important memories.
According to Robin's interview,
Esto es un
despite
cono.
having performed on so many grand stages, her favorite performance was a pretend show
Que me
she
muero
put on with her
por algún
brother
motivo.
when they were just kids.
I wonder how their relationship is now.
Growing up brings gains, but also losses.
Yeah, time has a way of smoothing
¿Cómo que
things
salud?
out. The beautiful.
Querido hermano.
As soon as I and the rest of the crew arrived in Penacony, Mr. Sunday and Robin showed up to greet us. I remember hearing something unusual in her voice, and now it seems I was right.
Robin believed it was because the harmony had been
Es que es eso, o sea, es la facilidad que te da Acheron para farmear los materiales de enemigos. O sea, es que no me jodas. O sea, en vez de estar literalmente un minuto combatiendo contra una horda de enemigos, literalmente pum, 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 a tomar por culo. Y ya está, ala. Dame los materiales que me piro. O sea, es que literalmente Acheron vuelve más automático el juego de lo que es ahora mismo. O sea, literalmente te lo automatiza más aún. O el huevo del universo simulado también. Aunque bueno, el universo simulado... Tienes ciertas limitaciones para recargarla esta, ¿no? Porque creo que no podías usar objetos. No podías usar objetos, ¿verdad?
It seems neither the Dream Master of Penacony nor this old Odie is happy with Sunday's
Oh, sí, me estoy fumando yo tremendo porro.
They don't seem to care much about death. Instead, they're more concerned about the Charmony Festival and the Watch.
No, pero también sí, para el mundo
Maybe
simulado,
the other
joder.
family heads
El
don't
mundo
think
simulado
death
que
is a big
es más
deal.
es más coñazo que otra
One
cosa hacer
thing's
los
for
combates.
sure. There's a lot
Pero
of
una cosa,
internal
te da la
conflict within the
recompensa.
family, and everybody
Porque
has
claro,
their
tú cuando
own
haces un
agenda.
combate, te está dando las tarjetas. Si tú matas con Acheron, ¿te da la tarjeta igualmente? Si te da la tarjeta, joder, entonces de puta madre. Claro, digo, vale, handicap, me hago la sala rápido, paso a la sala rápido, pero no me da el este. Estos son sospechosos.
Mr. Sunday has done some serious research on his suspects. This traitor must have been causing trouble for the family for a long time.
They all seem to be insiders, but I haven't met any of them.
Huh? Wait, these characteristics.
What is it?
No, nothing. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. However, if this traitor really exists, could they be responsible for Firefly and Robin's deaths?
Perhaps that's why Sunday is taking this matter so seriously.
That's all for now. Nothing more noteworthy.
Before coming here, I had all sorts of scenarios in my head about dealing with the family. I did not expect an empty mansion.
Watch out. Someone's approaching.
I don't think trespassing on forbidden areas is the way to be a guest, Mr. Yang. And... Acheron? The Galaxy Ranger?
Our apologies, Mr. Sunday. Nobody came to greet us, so we entered without permission. I hope you can forgive us.
But even if there's no one to greet you, you should wait for the host. Don't you agree? Even without the famous Galaxy Ranger. As far as I know, the crew has officially accepted the family's commission, so coming here will be unnecessary for you.
On the contrary, that's exactly why we're here, to ask you about the case and gather more information. We don't want any loose ends.
Well, since you've come with goodwill, I have no reason to show you the door.
Rest assured, he hasn't figured out that we went through those documents.
While the truth remains a mystery, I'm getting close to it. I assure you that the traitor will soon pay the price.
Let's hope justice will prevail soon. I have a question for you, if you don't mind. How did the family come to the conclusion that the murderer was within the family? With all due respect, it's in the IPC's interest to wreak havoc before the Charmony Festival, and the family has every reason to suspect the IPC's involvement.
Well, other family heads share the same suspicions as you, but in my opinion, the true murderer would never have drawn as much attention as that ambassador did. Not to mention, I personally shackled him a while ago. However, I'll give you a suggestion regarding your suspicions, Mr. Yang. You should be more cautious of Aventurine. While the wicked can't break through high walls, they can plunge their evil dagger into the heart of the righteous. He's a businessman, not some philanthropist. But right now, he's out there handing out his wealth on the streets. And he went to the Clock Studios theme park all by himself. Who knows what kind of scheme he's cooking up?
¿Dónde está el trazacaminos?
Is dedicated to keeping our guests safe. It might be wise for you to stay alert. You never know what unexpected troubles could arise.
La madre que lo parió a este.